Are you really sleepy? Have a cup of coffee that will keep you awake for some times because the caffeine inside. Are you having lots of office work and stressed out? Get inside, get in here. Starbucks, relaxly have your Starbucks, get your work done, walk home happily. The company was started back in 1971 by three friends from San Francisco University, Gordon, Jerry, and Zeb. They had four branches then. They were selling whole bean coffee. So we call them whole bean coffee retailers. They sell coffee cups for customers. Customers walk inside, pay the money, pick the cup of coffee, they walk away. That's the business. Now, they had a supplier, Swedish drip coffee maker manufacturer. They supplied all the machineries to Starbucks. There was a general manager working for that drip coffee maker manufacturer, Howard. He noticed Starbucks was purchasing loads of stuffs from the company. So he was impressed to visit the company. He visited the company in 1981. He was very much interested to work for the company. Then he voluntarily offered the founders, I would love to work for Starbucks. Would you give me an opportunity? They refused initially. And he attempted again later for the second time and they offered the job. That was the director of marketing. He became the director of marketing of Starbucks in 1982. The marketing director Howard had a chance to visit Italy for a business. He had been to a cafe. Inside the cafe, he noticed few things. He noticed customers called the staff of the cafe using their name. Sam, is my coffee ready? Sam said, yes, John, your coffee is ready. They knew the names of each other. They were having very good relationship between those two parties. That is one of them. The other thing he noticed was people, they did not walk inside these cafes to have some coffee only. They wanted to have much more things more than that. They wanted to have some newspaper. They wanted to have some television. They met their friends inside. They met their family members inside. They had business deals and business negotiations inside and so on. So he noticed all of this. He came back to US, told the story to their founders of Starbucks, said, we need to sell coffee plus this, not only coffee. They refused the idea. They said, we are a retailer. We don't want to run a restaurant. What we are doing now is doing very smoothly. So why do we need to take risk? Then they refused the idea. Howard did not give his idea up. He left Starbucks and he started his own cafe with the same concept he saw in Italy. And it started in 1985. The name was a little difficult to pronounce. Let me try to pronounce it. I've never heard people pronounce it. Il Giornale. I think it should be okay. So the company was running. When he ran this company, there was a criticism from his network. They said, while coffee is available for 50 cents dollar, who would buy $3 coffee from you? Then he replied, we are not in the coffee business serving people. We are in the people business serving coffee, so they will pay. Then that happened. 2 years later, in 1987, the original founders of Starbucks, the company he used to work for, they contacted Howard and offered the company for sale. And the price was $3.8 million. He bought the company for that price. And he changed his company's brand into Starbucks, so his name disappeared. Every branch he had, his branches and the branches he bought from Starbucks, they all came under one brand, Starbucks. Obviously, the first CEO of Starbucks was Howard. He was there from 86 till 2000. And after that, he was again CEO for the second term. It was in 2008 till 2017. And for the third term, he was there as the interim CEO during 2022. In between, there were CEOs, Orin Smith, Jim Donald, Kevin Johnson, Lakshman Narasimhan as well. Current CEO of Starbucks is Brian Niccol. Now let's see the golden time of Howard as the CEO for Starbucks. What is special about Howard as the CEO of Starbucks? Initially, for the first time when he was the CEO of the company from 1986 till 2000, he made the expansion of the branch network across the US and many international countries as well. So they built loads of branches around the world. That was the success story of him. Later, he inevitably wanted to be the CEO for the second time in 2008 due to the financial crisis, 2008 credit crunch. Many companies they went out of business, and Howard has the responsibility in his shoulder to rescue the company. So he came into power. He closed down more than 6,000 unwanted branches to rescue the company. During his tenure for the second time as the CEO from 2008 till 2017, he brought the company's quality back again. When any company grows big, when you have multiple channels or multiple locations to operate across the world, you forget your business that you entered into. You forget your business theme. That's what happened to Starbucks. So he wanted to bring the quality back again, and he did so many strategies for it. For example, he closed down 7,000 stores across the US at the same time for 3 hours, same day, same time for 3 hours, and gave some training for the staff. That sent out the message to the Starbucks customers that Starbucks is going to come back with some better ideas, so we have to go back again to have some coffee and some time to spend with, and that works. And they introduced another idea, which is mystarbucks.com, where customers can make lots of feedbacks inside in that. So they found out so many feedbacks. Customers they suggested free coffee for anyone if that is their birthday, provide free Wi-Fi connection, playing some music inside, and so on. They did all of those, and the company managed to come back. Using the powerful brand of Starbucks, they extended their business into different areas. When you open one new branch in one prime location, other companies, other superstores, other retailers, other banks, they also wanted to open branches there because they know that will flourish, that will bring in more customers inside. So before Starbucks open their branch, they buy different locations around that location in that area and keep it. They open Starbucks after that, and they sell all of those what they bought for anybody coming to open their branches there. That made them a lot of money. And again, they use that powerful brand to develop an application to bring customers to deposit money upfront to withdraw coffee. Meaning, in that app, you create an account, you deposit your money, that's your monthly budget maybe, and you can't withdraw the money back again. You can only take coffee, you can only withdraw coffee against that money. This money counted for Starbucks greater than certain banks' deposits. And this money earned them many profits. One, they earn the interest from the banks that is deposited, number one. Number two, they use that money to build new branches in new areas of investments as well. So that was so bad. Wow, great story. Let's have some lessons to take home today from this. Number one, if someone brings an idea, you have to recognize the personal and recognize the idea as well. Don't ignore them. If you ignore, you have to say, oh, I missed you. Oh, I missed your business. That's what happened to the founders of Starbucks, because when Howard brought in the idea from Italy, he told the ideas to them, they rejected it, they said no. Then finally they had to sell their company to this guy. So that's a miss and a mess. So that is one lesson. When someone brings an idea, don't simply ignore, study that and try to recognize it. That's number one. Number two, to run a business, you don't need to have a popularity for it. Americans are not popular for coffee. They still managed a world-class brand to run the business, and coffee, Starbucks is one of the best brands in the world at the moment. And when you mean business, if it is your business, you are responsible. You may delegate things to anyone, that's fine, but you become responsible 100%. That's when you can rescue your business. In the history of Starbucks, there were so many CEOs, but Howard was the CEO for 3 terms in different time intervals. Now, especially he came into the CEO position during 2008, the financial downturn time, to rescue the company. Other CEOs have certain successes, but there is nothing big to talk of. But this guy, Howard's story is very crucial to rescue the company. Otherwise, the company might have gone out of business during that time. So, when you have your business, you may delegate things, but responsibility is in your shoulder. You should be careful about. Again, another message for you from this case: if you want to start a business, you don't need to have a fresh, innovative idea all the time. If you can exactly copy some idea from somewhere else, you can still build a brand like